I have trouble dealing with stress.
I've always been an anxious person, always been nervous when talking to store clerks and losing sleep over things said 4 years ago.
It has affected all aspects of my life in one way or another, and I've managed to keep it hidden from most people.
During December 2017, I began to force myself to stay awake. I'm not exactly sure why I did it, but I knew that I enjoyed it and people told me I looked tired. Looking back at it, I can easily tell that it stemmed from my destructive tendencies to myself. Despite my constant lack of sleep, I was actually functioning pretty well until final exams rolled around.
For me, anxiety starts small. It builds on the things like lack of sleep and a busy schedule, which can easily lead to an intense anxiety attack.
My last final exam was math, because I was never the strongest at math, I put off studying, which was a huge mistake. I remember reading and rereading stuff and none of it absorbing. And as my stress grew, the worse it got. Eventually, I decided to give up and go to bed with the plan of waking up early to continue studying.
Anxiety is absolutely exhausting. I can get to the point of actually collapsing or blacking out if I don't lay down or get my breathing back to normal.
I felt really nauseous and went to the bathroom. I didn't make it that far though because I passed out in the hallway. I woke up a few minutes later to my parents shaking me, the thud of me hitting the tiles waking them up.
I've had some really challenging days where I couldn't even make it out the door to get to school and to other social elements.
My parents and I blamed it on lack of sleep, and it wasn't until talking to one of my friends a week later that I realized it had been a panic attack.
You wouldn't believe how many people are dealing with struggles of their own until you start looking and listening.
The first time I accessed porn on the internet, I was in grade 5.
As the summer progressed, I had a panic attack at night, and they varied in length, some lasting for 20 minutes, others for over an hour. I also picked up this bad habit of trying to hold my breath and not breathe for as long as I could. I used it as a way to see what it would be like if I didn't exist.
I was curious because my parents never had the proper sex talk with me, so I looked some stuff up, and from the first time I was hooked.
Throughout this, I never told my parents because I didn't want to burden them with this and felt like it would just be better if they didn't know. I became really closed off with them and hid a lot of the things I was going through from them. I also started getting a lot of depressive thoughts and even turned to really mild self-harm.
It stuck with me for over 5 years now, and I've tried several times to kick the habit, but I haven't been able to yet. Now it happens on average once every 2-ish days, and I feel like complete trash after every time I mess up.
I began to seriously contemplate suicide. On the scale, I was about an 8.5 out of 10. I had it all planned out, note done, and I was staring at the thing I would use. And then this stupid little thought came too. I couldn't die before my cat and dog, because they'd be so sad, and I didn't want that. It was so stupid of a thought, and it made me step back and think about what I was doing. After that, I was never super close to committing suicide again, but my self-harm was progressively worse. I became addicted to it, and I used it every day as my only coping mechanism. I lost one of my closest friends because of it, and that still hurts to this day. I really wish I could go back and change that, but I can't. Near the end of December, I slowly began to improve. I gave all the things I used to self-harm with to trusted friends and have been clean ever since.
Having anxiety has also led me to a deeper understanding of self-care and understanding what the body really needs to function properly.
I cut out some toxic people in my life and took time for myself.
The biggest advantage I've identified is how much I need God and how much He's really there for me. I felt the power of the Holy Spirit inside me as a warmth directly in my chest the moment I asked for God and peace in my life.
It's been really hard, but I've been working on it, and that's what matters.
Mental health affects us all in one way or another, whether you're the one dealing with it or if it's someone close to you.
Overall, my anxiety and depression have been slowly getting better. There's still bad days now, of course, but now the good outweighs the bad.
If there was one thing that I would challenge people in the school to do, it would be to have more compassion and to offer more assistance to the people you see struggling. Be kind. You never know what someone might be dealing with.